let me just run around a second. There's a reason that we're outside the ship. It's because I exited and then I saved to make a backup, so I didn't have to like redo a couple of things. Turns out, that if it's still rendering and I hit record, it becomes very, very janky. There's about a 20-second clip of the thing being very, very janky, and I was like, oh dear, I've messed up. But it was okay, because we fixed it now. We should probably shoot all these things down.
Let's have some fun.
X is boost. It's the same as the other spacecraft. I'm running out of missiles. Yeah, I should get some more missiles. Missiles are really powerful inside. Don't remember quite what I meant to do. Ooh, I've got a tiny mini-map. It made more sense when we were on Poketaru. We were actually doing like a world fight, but now I forgot that it's somewhat best to do stuff here. Keep wanting to do a barrel roll. Is it weird? Is it weird that I keep tapping the analog, the shoulder buttons to try and do a barrel roll? That's too much Star Fox Adventure for you. Yeah, while I still had the GameCube, I was doing a bit of Star Fox Adventuring. It was attempting to LP. I ended up streaming it to one of my friends during the final boss. Turns out the final boss is technically defeated by you barrel rolling a whole bunch. There's a health factor that I did not pick up. Yeah. So the joke of him yelling "do a barrel roll" at me turned out was 100% correct. It was so silly. It's like, do a barrel roll. It turns out the only way to escape the final boss's ultimate technique was to just barrel roll away. It was dumb. And then he watched me beat the game. He didn't have any sound because we were using the old capture setup, so if you remember what that was like, you will remember that it was not the best. Notice how we're veering up and then veering down so we can shoot. Yeah, if we still had missiles this would be easier, but can we brake? No, we cannot brake. The ship does not have brakes. It only has go. There is more ship combat in the sequels. They actually kind of improve it. And then maybe make it boring. I don't remember. I crashed into a boulder above me. It's an asteroid, not a boulder. Wow, do we only start with that many missiles? Huh. Thought we started with more.
You know, Ratchet, I'm doing this for your own.
So I was at least talking during most of that, so we're not going to cut it. You guys are going to have to deal with me fighting Captain Quark. He has a health bar? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention and did not notice that.
Time to get up close and personal.
That's how silly I am. You just kind of phase up, phase down. Right on the map that like indicates things to pick up, or are you just telling me like, just fly about? So concerned with dodging mines that I ran into an asteroid. How annoying. Ow, 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 ow. I now have more missiles than before. Hooray! I just blew up a small box. So this is the boss fight with Captain Quark, where I'm in space, because apparently Captain Quark is too weak to fight you, so therefore it has to be a ship bomber. That is the excuse for this fight. His health there, must pick up health. I know Quark is taunting us or saying stuff, but I can't hear him. Hopefully you guys can. Do I feel that one? No, I actually don't. Why would I feel a punk? I mean, I guess the people too, but I have no concern with touching punks. I certainly hope he said feel that punk, because otherwise that would have made no sense to people. I missed. Aha!
Mayday! Mayday!
Oh, apparently each one will actually destroy a
Oh boy!
full-on section. Bye, Quark. I think that is the planet
Yes! Quark is history.
Rhaegar.
I must admit, your
Hey,
skills
we
are
got a trophy.
improving,
I knew you'd come around.
but that has not helped us locate Drek.
Come on, Clank. Can't you just once relax and enjoy a little success? Hey, you want to
That is our ship now.
Bet you this baby can do it.
I like how whenever there's a plot point we need, it's just like, it'll be here.
Live from Gorda City.
Hey, she survived!
This once peaceful planet is being torn apart today in an unprovoked attack. It now seems certain that Supreme Executive Chairman Drek will not be dissuaded in his efforts to destroy the galaxy for his own selfish needs. All hope certainly seems lost.
Darlagratch, Channel 2 News.
She didn't get killed at the end of that one.
Yes, I know. It is worse than I expected, too.
Look, maybe you were right.
That's not a maybe, he was
A lot
right.
bigger than you or me. I was really selfish focusing on Quark.
It
It is
did
not
lead
too
you
late
here.
to stop Drek.
Hey, yeah, we've got this new ship. Let's go get him.
Now you are talking.
I think that's like the, hey, we're buddies moment. But, thinking about it, it's a little bit silly. Because we did actually continue focusing on trying to stop Drek from destroying planets. Like Poketaru, we stopped planets, and we went Hoven to destroy the Planet Buster. We haven't, like, been ignoring the crises. We just pretended to be focused on Quark, which is true. Ratchet was focused on Quark, but everything else led him here, and this is leading us to Drek, and we lose Clank. That's great.
Clank? Clank? Come on, wake up!
Captain Quark?
No, goofball. It's me, Ratchet.
What happened?
You got toasted by lightning. This place is having one heck of a storm. You won't be safe out there. I'll be right back.
Yeah, this is a really interesting thing. You lose Clank. You get so used to having him on your back, and it's a really nice way to remind you that you needed Clank. Also, you get the Tesla Claw on this place, and the Tesla Claw is like the Pyromancer, where, you know, it flames everywhere, except it's not flames, it's lightning, and it jumps from one thing to another, and it's metal! We want to do the grind point, which is here, which requires us to start from somewhere else. Yeah, over there maybe. So what they say about, you know, it's not safe, yeah, it's because this place is normally full of storms, and then they charge batteries using the storms, but now they've removed the lightning rods, the lightnings are just striking everywhere. Clank is made of metal, so it's more likely to be struck by lightning a lot. Going this way first, if I remember. Yes, okay. I believe I remember what's this way. We don't. Well, probably aren't going to be able to buy the Tesla Claw for a little bit. We should just close these up. Yeah, it sucks not having Clank for these sections where you're trying to, like, you know, not get blown off. Difficult, man. Oh, so difficult. It's like losing your booty. You lose your booty, what are you gonna do? These mines going around, you can destroy them. Make your life easier. No problem doing that. Don't walk off the edge, but it's slightly difficult to walk off the edge. Because obviously you move quite slow. expert camera work, spinning them around. I'm not sure if this is a checkpoint. You can, like I said, just avoid that, but I tend to not bother. I just do it the way I do it, which is to throw them. Ow. Ow again. So it helps that it's a magnetic point because you just dead stop when you touch them. Lightning. Well, technically it's energy. I fell. And then you fall into the endless abyss, and it wasn't a checkpoint. I was wrong. So now we have to do this bit again. If we have to do it too many times, I'll just like cut us ahead, I guess. I should just show you the casual way of walking past it. Yeah, we start doing weird loop-the-loops and all that. I'm surprised this. I suppose it's a long magnetic strip, and it's further down-ish, so maybe that's why it's not being affected by lightning and thunder. Why would it be affected by thunder? Unless it was loud enough that it was causing resonance. Resonance being the phenomenon when something releases vibrations at the same frequency that an object normally vibrates, thus increasing the amplitude, allowing things to be destroyed. If you search bridge being destroyed by resonance, you should find one of it basically wobbles back and forth constantly until the bridge itself collapses, because for some reason someone made it and the resonance of the bridge, the resonant frequency of the bridge was the same as the wind that used to flow through the valley. Therefore, when the wind picked up, the bridge just went with it and started rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You get the idea. And then it collapsed on itself, splintering in two. If I remembered the name of the bridge, I would tell you, but I don't remember it. See how I failed miserably to dodge that thing then. But yeah, it's really interesting. It's a physics thing, basically, due to amplitudes of waves, but seeing it on that scale, it's like, man, science is awesome. Not even science, it's just actually nature, it's just we understand it, which makes it science, I guess. The understanding of things makes science nature, nature's science. I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. At least there's a bit of nanotech. A little bit of healing. Decoy glove. So that Tesla cannon was the same as the increase in nanotech for the 4. I think I'll buy that before I buy the Tesla cannon. I love the Tesla claw. I kept saying the word cannon, and I think you heard me say it. Is this the checkpoint? I know there is a checkpoint around here somewhere. Ah, enemies! Ow! That's just plain mean. Out of here. So it is very windy, so we are gonna go flying the moment we jump up here. Whoop! 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 Hey look, it's Gadgetron!
Captain Quark!
Where?
Come on, Quark, I know it's you.
The name's Steve. Pleased to meet you.
Look, Steve, I need to know where Drek is before it's too late.
Did you say too late? Sir, it is never too late to acquire the latest in the long line of quality products from Gadgetron. I have for you, today only, the Gadgetron PDA.
Public display of affection?
No, personal delivery assistant. This device allows you to purchase ammunition wherever and whenever you want it.
Yeah? How do I know it works?
You can always trust Gadgetron quality, or my name's not Steve.
Where did his eyelids go? His eyeballs disappeared. Also, this is really cheap.
Thank you, and have a quark-tastic day.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
His eyeballs disappeared in the middle of that. This, if we press it,
I got some great bargains for you
you
today.
can buy ammo at a highly inflated price.
That's a real beauty.
Can't even buy weapons. It's nice to have, especially when you're in a boss battle and it's like, I need this. Can I fly over it? No, that's a thing that was meant to zip line to. Ooh. Oh, how did I miss that? No, there's a gold bolt over there that you're supposed to shimmy to. Ah, well. You miss some. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to say you win some, you lose some, but yeah, you miss some, you miss some. It's fine. We'll come back for it. I did say that we'll come back for a bunch of the stuff, and I'll just tell you where it is. Because I've got the rest of the gold bolts on screen, I think. And that'll be during the Great Hunt, which is just before the final boss. And then there's the after video, which is me explaining what New Game Plus is and everything that's in there and stuff like that. And am I supposed to take the taxi? So there isn't anything that way. Do I unlock it in a minute? Where do you go? Taxi to the upper city. Is there 3 options? Yes, because there's still more question marks. So there are other places that we can go. Due to this being a bigger place, I guess we'll split it into another part. I mean, we've taken 17 minutes anyway, so Insomniac Games make this game. They allow you to monetize the games so long as they are still owned by them. This game might now be under the Sony Europe one. Another Ratchet and Clank license has now been transferred, but it's still Sony. Yep, so we'll see you in the next part.